Hey, what's going on, guys? TalkNorwichCity here, back for another match preview video. This weekend we take on Aston Villa at Carrow Road. It's the 12:30 kickoff on Sky. I think it was originally 5:30, and then they decided that Manchester City might win the league, and for some reason Manchester City against Manchester United with the possibility of a Premier League title is bigger than Norwich City versus Aston Villa. I'm not overly sure why, but anyway, it's Villa. They're flying. We're not. We're coming off the back of a 4-1 defeat against QPR, and it was tough, wasn't it, that one? Fulham, I didn't think we looked too bad. I thought the first half there were, glimmers of hope. The second half, not so much. There wasn't much hope at all against QPR. Look, we've got no playoffs to play for now. We've got no automatics to play for now. It's all about finding the system that works and trying to find players that maybe haven't featured already. Oh, that was very close to my car. I thought the back end of my car was going to go then. We need to find a system that works for us, and we need to get fans on board as well. There were statistics that came out today, or not statistics, facts. 20,000 season tickets have been sold. Considering we are currently 14th in the Championship, that is once again an unbelievable commitment from Norwich City fans. Only, I think there's a couple of hundred season tickets left. In the Premier League, we were selling 22,000. We're 14th in the Championship, we're selling 20,000. The club needs to repay the fans for that commitment, and that comes on the pitch. Fans don't care about whether Farke's, barking orders at his players, or whether Sean Raggett is playing or not. If we are winning games, we need to start winning games. However that may be, we also need to find the system that's fairly attractive in doing so not too much to ask for. You guys know what's going on with Norwich City. Hernandez is injured, which is really annoying because when he's in the team, we've looked so much better. Missing that midfield partnership of Tribal and Leitner is what's really let us down, and Tete as well. I think I saw that Leitner might feature for a little bit, but look, we've got a lot to work on. What are Aston Villa doing, you may ask? Well, thankfully the guys over at the Villa View have filled us in. Let me show you that now.
Hello, Dan Bardell and Chris Dolan from the Villa View here. We're just fresh from recording our podcast and our Norwich preview, here to talk to you about Aston Villa. And Chris, I think we're relatively confident going into the game.
Relatively confident, but as I always say, you never know. You never know what can happen in this crazy league. Just more confident about, I think, just about the atmosphere that'll be a Carrow Road. I think there's a real negative atmosphere between the fans, the players, the board. A lot of unrest. I think the QPR game really upset a few, really upset a few of the fans. And there seems to be, unrest between the manager, the club, and the fans.
Yeah, I think it's not an ideal time for Norwich to be facing us, if I'm being honest. I think if you'd have said before the Reading game, you'd have probably fancied your chances, obviously, because we hadn't won for 3, but now we've come off the back of a win. We've been quite a streaky team this season, in that when we win one, we tend to go on and then win the next 3 or 4 and go on a little unbeaten run. And I'm pretty confident from what I saw on Tuesday against Reading that we could possibly be coming back to our best, which has eluded us the 3 games previous. And I just think, knowing what the Villa fans are like, and knowing it can be hard for Villa to play at home sometimes with the expectation, we think because there's some expectation at Norwich, and obviously you're not having the best season, the season that you wanted, we just feel that it's the kind of game where if you can get an early goal or get the fans frustrated early, the Norwich players might go into their shell a little bit. But Norwich have got threats. Obviously Maddison's had a very, very good season. He's been linked with a host of clubs, but I just think, I was asked earlier, I was doing something for a Norwich fan site, and they asked me what Norwich players would I take other than Maddison in the Villa team. And it sounds arrogant and it's dangerous to be coming on an opposition channel to say stuff like this, but I don't think I'd take anyone else from Norwich into our side.
A player.
He's a useful player off the bench maybe for us, but I wouldn't have him in our starting 11. I just think on our day, I think we've got too many weapons that can hurt teams, and I've got the feeling that Saturday might be one of those ones where those weapons really come to the fore. The likes of Adoma, Grealish, Horahan's I've scored a goal and he's in double figures now. Hogan has been quite a streaky player for us this season.
Snodgrass
as well. Snodgrass against his old team. Yeah, we were saying there's a plethora of old Norwich boys in Villa's squad. Bunn, Steer, Delat's out on loan, but he's played for Norwich. Lansbury, Snodgrass, Graben has played for Norwich as well. So we've got a lot of ex-Norwich players for some reason, which is quite weird, although not many of them will play. So yeah, I think we're relatively confident. I've gone, in our match preview, I've gone for a 2-1 to Villa, and Chris, I believe you think it's going to be 2-0.
Yeah, I think whoever gets the first goal, like you said, if we can get that first goal, I think we'll go on and win it comfortably.
Yeah.
So it's just all about who makes the fast start.
The danger is for us, I think, the 3 games previous before the Reading, when we haven't got the goal, we've struggled for a plan B. So if Norwich do go ahead, I worry about our plan B and the substitutions that we might make. We think he'll keep the same 11 pretty much from Tuesday, unless Alan Hutton's fit. We think he'll come in at left back. So we predict our lineup will be Sam Johnson in goal, El Mohammadi right back, Hutton left back, Chester and Terry centre backs, a midfield 3 of Bjarnason, who's on good form, Grealish, who's unplayable on his day, and Horahan, who's just entered double figures for the season, and then Snodgrass and Adoma flanking Scott Hogan. So with that lineup, we'd be pretty confident of getting something. But as Chris says, it is the Championship, it's a crazy league, anything can happen. But we wish you all the best for the rest of the season, just not this weekend.
So there we go then. That is what the guys from the Villa View thought. Thank you so much to them. Go and subscribe. Links in the description below. How do you think the game against Aston Villa is going to go? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments section below. And I will see you at Carrow Road on Saturday at lunchtime for the big game. It's Norwich City against Aston Villa. Once again, guys, a massive thank you to FansBet for being the official partner of Talk Norwich City. All you've got to do, go to fansbet.com or get it on your app, select Norwich City as your team, and then select Talk Norwich City as your partner. They're offering special bets. You can see them on screen now. If you fancy them, then go over there. Football, then special bets. If you fancy betting on the Masters, then you can do that as well. Or if you simply fancy putting on, I don't know, Christoph Zimmermann to score first against Aston Villa, then you can do that as well. Go over there, Norwich City as your team, Talk Norwich City as your branch, and take advantage of these wonderful offers from FansBet.